Today we have Marvel star and Oscar winner Brie Larson and chef and food writer Courtney McBroom. The two are best friends, and they have just penned a cookbook together called Party People, a Cookbook for Creative Celebrations. Now, usually I do my intro and then go right into the interview. We were having so much fun talking that I forgot to even introduce them. These girls were terrific. I have mutual friends with Brie and have heard how wonderful she is, and she was fantastic. Courtney was so much fun. The two of them are passionate about food, and really I felt like I had a kinship with them over our love of high-low. The appreciation for really fine food, but then really loving the down and dirty good stuff. So I'm excited for you guys to be part of this conversation. I think you'll fall in love with them the way that I did. And definitely check out their cookbook. It is so much fun. So I know that I'm going to like you all because we have mutual friends and I've heard how much that they like you. But I read that you bonded over queso. And that just, I thought, I'm going to love these girls if that's how their friendship came to be, because I love queso so much.
It's the best.
Have
you been able to find good queso in New York?
Well, I like to just have Velveeta and Rotel.
I mean,
that's my favorite version.
Classic.
So what was the queso that you were bonding over?
So it's I've been making queso. So I moved to New York from Texas in like a billion years ago, it feels like at this point. And the first thing I noticed was like, oh, there's not queso here. Like I just assumed it was everywhere. So I started like trying to like figure out how to make like restaurant style queso. And I did. I nailed it. And so, and everywhere I went, I would make that queso. And so I was making that queso, and a version of that recipe is in the book, by the way.
This is now, flash forward years later, and she's been perfecting this recipe.
Yeah. At a friend's, it was like a mutual friend's presidential debate party, 2016. I think we all remember that one.
Yeah, we'll eat a lot of queso.
Yeah, we sure did. Yeah. We're like, it was a queso.
2016 was a very queso heavy year for a lot of us.
It really was.
It's continued to be a very heavy queso time.
So funny,
yeah. So she was making it, and I was not, I love a melted cheese of any kind, but I didn't realize that the queso had toppings on top of, I didn't know that you put, I don't know what you were going to put on at that time, like pico or?
Yeah, like pico, ground beef, guacamole,
I didn't
black
know
beans.
Because I hadn't reached that part.
Yeah, the Bob Armstrong style. It's like a restaurant Texas
restaurant. Bob Armstrong style.
It's Matt's El Rancho in Austin. And it all started like they had queso, and then Bob Armstrong, who was like a politician in Texas, came in and he was like, give me something different. And so the owner's son was like, okay. And he put ground beef and guacamole and like pico de gallo and stuff in the bottom of the bowl. And so when you dipped it, so it's like loaded queso.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
It's
very,
so
very
good.
It's very, very good.
It's a meal.
What kind of cheese do you use in it?
What I like to use is Land O'Lakes extra melt. Like that's the kind that the restaurants use, or the ones that I know of do. But that's really hard to find, so Velveeta. It has to be American cheese. And also, I played around with adding
Courtney's
sodium.
very passionate about American cheese.
I am too. I love, to me, a burger should not have any other cheese but American cheese.
Fully agree.
Like,
what are
if
you
it's
even
cheddar?
doing? What are you even doing putting something besides American cheese? Swiss, get out of here.
Awful.
I like cheddar. I'm sorry to bring that into the
No.
equation. Don't fight me on this, but I like American cheese
makes me
as well. But I'm just saying there's room for cheddar first.
The cheddar doesn't melt as good.
It doesn't melt right.
No,
Yeah.
of course.
And it gets like you
It's
can see like a
sweaty.
shine
It gets
on it.
sweaty,
Yeah.
and nobody likes sweaty cheese.
Nobody likes a sweaty
I
cheddar.
want it to completely envelop the burger as well. Like
Yes.
it needs to
It
melt
needs to
all
take
the
a
way
new
around.
form.
You know what's wild? So we were just in London doing press stuff for the book, and Brie was doing a movie, and I went and did a podcast, and she brought in English style American cheese.
How was that?
It was not good.
No.
But I appreciated the effort. But I could tell like it would melt. It had the texture, but there was something weird, different with the flavor. And I don't know if it's like the laws make it so they can't use like whatever weird
they
ingredients.
have so many more things banned there. Yeah.
But they didn't nail the flavor. But I truly was like, wow. Thank you.
Yeah, they tried.
They
The
tried.
Taco Bell nacho
Bless
cheese
their
is not
heart.
the same
Yeah.
in London either.
Yeah.
The Taco Bell cheese?
Yeah.
The nacho cheese at
Yeah.
Taco Bell is not the same
And
in
also,
London as it is here.
if you order it for delivery, which we did a lot,
Too many
send
times than we'd
they
like to say.
send
I
it-
knew I
they
love
send it-
Taco Bell.
They
my
send it
favorite.
with. They don't let you pick any hot sauce. You can't like add hot sauce. They just throw in whatever. So it's like two things of mild hot sauce and a packet of mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise? What do you
Yes.
put mayonnaise on?
I don't know. I don't know. But, it's just that's the joy of travel. To all of your listeners out there, it's like, don't sleep on going to like a Taco Bell in London because you think, oh, I've been there. I should go to the like infatuations list of the top 10. No. Also check out Taco Bell. Do the high and low because you learn about culture and
Yeah.
about like,
You know what you
mayonnaise on
could
Taco
do?
Bell.
Yeah.
The packet of mayonnaise, the packet of the hot
Yes.
sauce, mix those together, and it would
Like a
kind of be
spicy
like,
aioli
yeah.
kind of thing.
But they had that too.
They
I can't remember
did.
what they called it,
Yeah.
but that's basically what they did.
It was called like lava sauce or
yes,
something.
yes, lava sauce.
Yeah, it was a whole other world. But
Look at
we had
those
Taco
Brits
Bell
showing us up.
Taco Bell yesterday.
Here in the city?
Yes.
Oh my god!
And I said to my
boyfriend.
boyfriend today, I was like, can you just please, like, there's so much that, I love to learn lessons in my life. And I was like, and can you just help me hold that if I am feeling down, that I just need to eat Taco Bell? Like, that it really is that simple for me. And, like, I don't need to make it that complicated that I'm like, oh, I'm feeling kind of down. Maybe I need to, like, question my thoughts, or I need to journal, or I need to go to therapy. It's like, it really is as simple as I need a Mexican pizza with a side of nacho cheese. I felt so much better yesterday after that.
Yeah.
And I know that I should not feel that way. I should be like, oh, I should
No,
get a
you
salad. But I don't. It's not that for me.
It's your comfort food.
Yeah.
It's my comfort
Yes.
food.
When I was a kid and like would go to the mall and I'd ask my mom for money for lunch going to the mall, she'd give me $2 and say, go to Taco Bell because it was
Yes.
69 cents back then.
Yes.
I mean, I love it. What's your Taco Bell order?
But both of us are Mexican pizza for sure, and then I like to add on 2 crunchy tacos supreme because I like the sour cream on there.
Yes, that's a living large. Yeah.
And I usually just get, it depends, because now Taco Bell is like really fan focused, I feel like, and they're constantly, like right now they have the Y2K menu, so there's usually something that I'm like, oh my God, still just praying for the enchilada to come back. This is my rallying cry. Please give us the enchilada consistently.
I don't remember the enchilada.
I don't remember an
I remember the
enchilada
Mexi Melt.
either.
The Mexi
love
Melts
the
were-
Mexi Melt was great.
Mexi
These
Melt
were
was huge
so
for me.
good. What was even in those though? Was there ground beef in that, or was it just
I thought
cheese?
It was I thought
A
the
lot of
Mexi Melt
cheese, right?
was chicken, but maybe I'm thinking.
Oh,
Or maybe
it
you
might
get
have
to
been
choose. Maybe
chicken.
you can be like, I'll have
Yeah.
a chicken one or I'll have a beef one, or
I
just.
had-
and there's
I
like
had-
enchilada sauce or something.
It was so good.
Cheese. It was. I don't
loved
know.
the Cholito. Do you remember the Cholito?
No.
It's back in the Y2K menu, but under the name chili cheese burrito.
Well,
Oh,
I
chili,
can't
yes.
talk about the chili cheese burrito at Taco Bell. It's the only time I got food poisoning from Taco Bell, and I don't like to talk about it because I don't want to say anything negative about Taco Bell ever, and I don't want to believe that there is a negative bottom to Taco Bell. But yeah, I saw 90% of the algorithm is Taco Bell hack content, and I saw people were buying like 50 of them and freezing them because they don't know when they're going to take it off the menu
Wow.
again. Yeah.
I'm going to have to try that. I wanted to go on Friday. Actually, I was leaving the food festival down here, and I was with my husband, and we were both starving, leaving a food festival starving
Yeah,
because all I did
normal.
was talk, and I didn't eat. And we passed a Taco Bell, and I begged him to go in, and he refused.
Yeah. What is
He's a
his
snob.
He's a snob.
Yeah.
Is he not like fast food at all?
Not really.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
And so we had to go to a fancy burrito place instead of the Taco
And
Bell.
was it good?
It was good, but I would have been
Oh, I hear
happier
that.
with
I
the
know, I
chili
can make
cheese.
through that.
But there's,
It was
but there's two
good.
different things.
No.
You can't even really compare them because Taco Bell is Taco Bell, or any fast food. Like, that's its own category. And like, sure, the fancy burrito place could be good, but that's not what you wanted.
It
in
wasn't
the
what
moment.
I
You
wanted.
Taco Bell.
Yeah, the heart wants what the heart
The
wants.
heart wants what the
Exactly.
heart wants.
Now, you all also love hot dogs. I
Oh,
have
yes.
read that you have a hot dog appreciation day. Is that what it is?
Well, Courtney is the president of the Hot Dog Appreciation Club.
and the
Wow.
CEO.
And
Wow.
and the founder.
And the founder.
Wow. How do you get membership for this?
All you have to do is appreciate hot dogs.
I appreciate hot dogs.
You're in.
Can I be in?
You're so
in.
in.
You're in the
You're
club.
So what do you do for the hot dog day?
But yeah, so we have the hot dog appreciation club festival.
Yeah.
I suppose, and we had just had the 4th year, so next year is the 5th year.
Yeah,
which
we're gonna do it up.
Gonna be really big. We'll send you an invite because it's grown exponentially every single year, but it's really just an all-day hot dog festival, as you would imagine. We do trivia, we grill a lot of dogs.
Yeah, we get like hot dogs from all over. Walters Walters is the East Coast. I think it's upstate, maybe.
Yeah, is there one maybe like Connecticut or something?
Yes,
I've seen their truck,
yeah.
but I've never been there.
Walter sends us some. Oscar Myers. You get Martin's potato rolls. There's like a few places around
many
LA
sponsors.
that
You
make.
need to have a potato roll.
Yeah,
the Martin's potato
This
roll
is the best.
is a must.
It's the best bun. For
There's
sure.
no other
best
hot
bun.
dog bun, in my opinion.
I
Have you
agree.
ever had a West Virginia hot dog?
No, what is it?
Okay. Now, before I left West Virginia, I didn't even know that people ate hot dogs differently than this because it was the only way we had hot dogs. You make hot dog sauce, which is essentially, it's kind of like a chili, but there's no beans or anything in it. And the
course
meat
not.
is very,
Super
very
fine.
fine. Like,
Yeah, super
speaking
fine. We
have
of-
a super
of
fine chili in
Taco
our
Bell-
book.
Oh, okay. So
This
like
is
the
it.
Taco Bell, really fine
Yes,
meat.
yes.
That's how I like meat.
That's
to
how it
be.
has to be.
Super fine. So
Same.
you put the sauce on, yellow mustard, and coleslaw. And then if you want
Yum.
diced onions, you can.
Love that.
Yum.
Love.
It is really good. Having that crunch
It's
and like the
so-
mayonnaise
it's-
with the little bit of spice from
And the
the
chili.
chili sauce. It's
sounds good.
delicious.
Yeah, so for our festival, we get like all the possible toppings you could ever hope for or want. There's queso, there's chili, there's onions, mayonnaise, mustard, Swayze sauce.
There was even Pop Rocks. last
Swayze
year.
sauce. What is Swayze sauce?
That is another. I'm a huge fan of Patrick Swayze. Like huge. As a Texan, you have to love Patrick. I mean, as a human, you have to love Patrick Swayze, but as a Texan specifically. And it's a sauce that I was making with like some friends a long time ago for pop-ups I was doing, and then I tweaked that, and now it was like a hot sauce, and now it's more like a barbecue sauce, hot sauce hybrid. And we had some last night. We were having a party last night, and there was a hot dog truck that came, and Swayze sauce was there. And it's so good. It's the best thing I think that you can put on a hot dog.
Oh, how
it's
fabulous.
a little spicy. It's a little sweet. It's a little smoky.
Now, is that recipe in your book?
Oh, yeah.
Is there a hot dog party in your book?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
of course.
Okay, so what are the elements of a hot dog party?
Well,
Hot dogs.
hot dog. Well, you gotta have hot dogs. Yeah. First of all,
If you didn't have hot dogs, you'd be in trouble.
really, that's I would say the main, most important element is that there are hot dogs, and that everyone who shows up must appreciate hot dogs.
I mean, we have at this point probably 100 people come through for our festival. That's just in my parents' backyard, and people are all dressed up in hot dog paraphernalia. It's my stepdad is dressed as a hot dog. There's usually like people bring their dogs, like their actual pet dogs as well. And then we do lots of different games. So we do hot dog trivia, and then this last year we introduced a vote, a very safe and secure voting booth on whether or not a hot dog. It was very private. Whether or not a hot dog is a sandwich, and we will be moving that forward every year. We'll redo the vote on if it is classified as a sandwich or not, because I am in the camp that a hot dog is in fact its own thing, and Courtney strongly believes that a hot dog is a sandwich, which is really confusing because she is the founder and president and CEO of the Hot Dog Appreciation Club, and it's strange to me.
I'm going to go on the record and say that I do not believe a hot dog is a sandwich.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I know
I'm
you guys
not
were
even-
really connecting on a lot of things, but this is a deep issue.
I think a hot dog is its own thing.
It's its
It
own
is,
thing.
but what I argue is yes, it is, but in the same way that like not all rectangles are squares, all squares are rectangles. Not all sandwiches are hot dogs, but all hot dogs are a form of a sandwich, so they can be their own thing, much like Taco Bell. It's its own special thing, but it is also a taco restaurant. It is also a Mexican restaurant. So hot dogs are their own special thing, but it is also, technically speaking, by definition, a sandwich.
Because 2 pieces of bread with a filling.
Yes.
So then, as a hamburger,
See,
a
this is
sandwich?
where it all
Oh, no.
See, I know. This is where it all
No.
falls apart for me. Is I'm like,
Yeah.
A hamburger? We're calling a hamburger a sandwich now?
Yes, I mean, when hamburgers were first invented, they were literally called the hamburger sandwich. If you watch old movies and you can like see restaurants and menus, it says hamburger sandwiches, 5 cents.
We've evolved since then.
Yeah,
for hamburgers
that's
to be
it.
their
We've
own
evolved in a lot of
category.
ways. We have deeper understandings of the world, of science, of technology,
And you know
I
what?
think with that came that a hamburger is not a sandwich.
But we can also agree to disagree. And you know what else we did in the book? You know what else we did? We made a hot dog sandwich, like an actual legit hot dog sandwich.
what's
It's called
the hot dog
sandwich, a
sandwich?
bridge to a better tomorrow.
I have actually made a hot dog sandwich as well. I've
They're
done a grilled
great.
cheese with the sliced hot
Yes,
dog
it's great.
inside.
Lovely.
It's basically a Reuben.
very similar.
A
It's like there's-
Reuben.
it's-
Oh, that must be so good
there's
with a hot dog.
sauerkraut. There's actually, I would say a Reuben does not ever need American cheese. This one has Swiss. This is one time
yeah, I
where,
would agree with that.
right? Sauerkraut and our comeback sauce. Are you familiar with comeback sauce? That's a
No,
southern
what's
thing.
that?
It's basically like McDonald's special sauce.
Okay.
But like better. It's like
So kind of like Thousand Island-ish.
yeah. So that's on the hot dog sandwich.
Oh, that sounds
It's
good. That sounds real good. A Reuben is genius with a hot dog in there because it's not like you have pastrami around the house, you know, like to be able to
But
just
you should
hot
have
dog
hot
it.
dogs.
Yeah.
You should hot dog it.
Is this
Yeah,
what
hot
it's
dog
like
it.
hanging out with you guys? Is it like when you all are just the two of you? Are you talking about food like this?
Oh, 100%. I mean, at this point, we're also always, since we started, I mean, we were talking like this before just because we were always throwing parties pre this book. And now once we started making the book, we've just been throwing parties for, it feels like every week or two for the last couple of months, last year, really. And this is what it is it's like we have 2 more books already figured out because this is what we do all the long day. Is like we're very similar in our taste in all ways, like aesthetic taste and then just like actual taste. We love going to restaurants and we both appreciate like really fine dining, but we also like love a Dodger dog, you know. And so we have so much fun together, and that's for us the fun and the play of it. And then with the hosting element too, it's like we have each other to just constantly be bouncing back and forth. So we're like, if we're gonna throw a party, we're like, okay, well, what's the food and what's like the theme and what's the vibe? And it's like, oh my god, we could do this. Oh my god, we could do that. And what if we do this? Oh, and we're topping each other with whatever it is, and we have like 14,000 shared notes on our phones, and so
Ridiculous.
many. And then Courtney tries to refine it into one, and then I start making more because I just can't with technology in that way. I'm not organized in that way. She does the spreadsheets. I just tell her what to put in the spreadsheet because I can't figure that stuff out. And then we kind of divide and conquer in terms of the party, which is, I think, a really big and important aspect of if you are going to dive into the foray of hosting, which we have so many tips in the book about. And of course you can do it on your own, but I also think to kind of move away from this thing that you're supposed to be the one who can do it all and be the hostess with the mostest, and that everything is done perfectly and your house has like perfectly folded cashmere throw blankets and floral arrangements from blah blah blah. It's not the way it's got to be. We're like, go walk around, cut some clippings from a bush outside, put them in a teacup if that's what you've got. If you burn the food, it's gonna be okay. Order pizza, laugh it off, ask a friend to bring a bag of ice. Like, if you can't afford to make an entire meal, ask a friend to bring a side dish, and like you can piece it together, and it's way more fun that way, I think. And I think it's more approachable too. You also learn so much about yourself because I think there's a whole world now that we've been exploring with parties where I realize I can very much like stand on a soapbox and be like, there's a deeper psychological thing going on with parties. One is like exactly what I'm just like went through, which is like the fear of not being perfect. And why is it that we cannot have one freaking space in our life where we can just let go perfectionism and be free? If not at a party,
Right.
then
Where
where the
can
heck
you?
are we supposed to be able to like act, just like let your hair down and just be free and be free for yourself and for others to have the grace
Right.
to make a mistake?
And people are just happy to be at your house and that they're
Yeah,
at a party
exactly.
hanging out.
Exactly. And then don't even get me started on like how we have created a culture where we're afraid to congratulate ourselves for our accomplishments or admit that we've done something that we're proud of. And what better way than to have a party to like toast and celebrate even the smallest of things. And then there's also a world where people do the like, it's my birthday, but like don't sing happy birthday, and I'm like, why? Like, I want to understand why we're so afraid of acknowledging ourselves in the passing of time and acknowledging our accomplishments and what we're doing with our life. It's everything. And like, this is all we've got.
Yeah.
So we should use parties as a way to like play and like unearth some of this stuff, because I actually think it's pretty deep. And now I'll get off my soapbox. But
no,
like,
but
I really feel deeply about that.
You said it perfectly.
Thanks.
I agree with everything you said. I love to have a party. I will take any excuse to have a party. I think it's so fun to have people over. And I went through a period after I had my daughter of not wanting to entertain just because I was so tired all the time.
Fine.
And now we're like back in the groove of having people over, whether it's just like 2 people or 10 people or 50 people. And I love it. It's always so fun. And I read in your book, and this struck me as being like so spot on about parties to combat loneliness, and how we have also created this environment where we just don't socialize like we used to.
Yeah.
And we really need that sense of community also for our longevity and our well-being.
It's true. It's wild. I was reading like the statistics, and like our loneliness has gone up 181%. According to the Roots of Loneliness Project.
Wow.
Loneliness has gone up 181% since COVID. Like, that's so wild to me. And I think it's a combination of like everything that happened during COVID, and then all of like the social media stuff. Like, we're all just like on our phones. People are so mean to each other on the internet. Like, it breaks my heart. And I think, you know, I think one of the only ways to combat that is to get together in real life and to throw parties, whether it's a huge party of like 50, like you said, or if it's just 2 friends coming over, like that's still a party, you know? And we need to like get eyes on each other in real life and like break some bread and share some laughs, maybe some tears, who knows? But,
And
you
put
know?
the phone down. Like, that's another big part of our book is we're like, if you don't feel comfortable enforcing it, you don't have to, but like a huge thing for us at our parties was, and I learned this in like the biggest way when we did a murder mystery party where we enforced a rule where nobody could have their phones once they entered the murder mystery party. And our friend made us like this box that it was like a little locker made out of like cardboard and everybody could slip their phone in. And like, listen, we had one friend who had just had a baby, and it was like, obviously, if you need to check your phone or if you don't want to give up your phone, you don't have to. But it was encouraged, and we found that this murder mystery party went on. We thought it was going to be 3 hours, and it was like 5+ hours. And it was one of the best parties we'd ever thrown. And a huge part of it was because people felt free to talk and free to play without worrying that like someone was going to take their phone out and, I don't know, take a photo, take a video, or just like break the focus of the present moment.
Yeah, because how do you feel like somebody's really engaged with you when they're texting or checking their phone?
Or you thinking like, oh, we're all in funny costumes or whatever, like, I don't want to forget this and let's take photos. And it's like, you don't have to remember this that way. You know, we had a photo booth, we had other ways that people could remember it, but like, it's okay to explore. I think it's impossible to say that we're going to live in a world without phones, and I appreciate people who are trying, but like I don't think that's in the cards for me. But I can say for 1 hour, or like come over and let's watch a TV show and let's like not scroll at the same time as watching The Bachelorette. You know, like that's like, maybe we could just do that.
Let's take a minute and focus. I had a party once and I put a sign on the front door that said, "This is a social media free party. Thanks the management."
Yes.
And I think everybody had a better time for it, because also it's like, you can't invite everyone to your party, and you're always worried about the person you didn't invite, and if you hurt their feelings, and then they open up their social media and they see pictures of it. And this way it just takes all of that out of the equation, and everybody can be free, not worried, like you said, about someone taking a picture, and also not worried about hurting anybody's feelings after the fact. So what made you all decide to write this book?
Well, we worked together on Lessons in Chemistry,
which I loved. I loved Lessons in Chemistry. That was so good.
Thanks.
She did a great job.
Yeah. Well, so did you. Yeah. I mean, it was really fantastic. I read that book and was obsessed with it. And then when I saw that you were doing the show, it was just like, I loved it.
And so it was really cool. Like, you know, we'd been friends for a long time, but then Brie brought me onto the project. And so we got to actually see each other work, see each other in action. And it was like, oh, like we're both, I mean, of course, it's not no surprise, but we're both really good at our jobs. Like, oh my gosh. And like, we work really well together. And like, we made this cool thing. And we shouldn't, just because Lessons in Chemistry ended, we're like, well, let's not, this can't end. Let's keep doing stuff together. And, you know, we were trying to figure out what the next thing could be. And just became very clear that, oh, we should do a cookbook. And it should be about the thing, like, write what you know. We've been throwing parties for like a decade together and like having so much fun. And so we should do a party cookbook.
How do you come up with your themes? You have great themes.
Our brains.
Yeah.
Our weird brains.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them are just things that we'd been doing already that we'd just been doing forever. It's like, well, this obviously will go. And some of them we like came up with for the book. And I don't really know, like it's not like we really sit down and have an ideation session necessarily. It's like one of us will text the other one and be like, oh my God, I just thought of this. We should do it. And then we do.
It's just whims, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many parties we talk about in the book. One of them is the brag and complain, which I think is one of the simplest parties, one of the most like effective part. If there was one party that I would say, if you're gonna do something from the book, it would be the brag and complain.
Now, tell me, what's
It's
a
so
brag and
good.
complaint?
This is something that was started with me and a couple of, we started this with our girlfriends, probably like close to 7 years ago, I'd say. And it used to be at dinner, but it's also really great. It's really nice to just host it at your house, but feel free to do whatever. But what it used to be was we would go to a steakhouse, fries, steak, dirty martini.
Perfect night already.
Mm-hmm.
And the objective of the evening is you only brag or complain. That's it. There's no small talk. There's no catching up. You're not trying to, there's nothing else other than that. And it gives you the floor to realize all of your petty complaints or all of your big complaints or the big things. And also to like, be like, oh, and also, you know, that person that I had been telling you about that was really condescending to me, I stood up for myself, you know? Or like, I'm really proud of myself because I got a parking ticket and I knew that it wasn't right. And so I contested it and it took me like 5 hours on the phone, but I did it and I'm proud of myself. Or, you know, we turned in the manuscript for our cookbook. Or like, it can be anything. And I found that people, first of all, like, let's get down to it. It's weird that even with some of the closest people in our lives, we will have a fear of actually admitting the things that bother us and the things that we're proud of. Mm-hmm. And once you start, you realize that that's really what you wanted at dinner the whole time anyway. Like, you didn't want to have to beat around the bush. It also means you're not talking about the weather. You don't even have to talk about politics. You don't have to talk about anything. You're just talking about yourself and what you are going through. And it's very therapeutic.
It's so great.
It's so fun.
So good.
It sounds like fun.
And people just take turns. You just
Yeah.
like raise your hand and you go, oh, I have a brag or I have a complaint. And you're like,
Go
you
for it. Yeah.
Do you have any brags or complaints right now?
Ooh.
Of course. I mean, my brag is that I'd like to brag about our friendship, that I'm still like every single
sweet.
day in awe of the fact that we have been working together every single day for years now. I mean, we have to talk constantly about everything. And we haven't had any big blow-ups. We are like very clear on our vision. We're such great teammates to one another. We're very open in communication, and I'm sure there's no way that we're not. It's part of it is because we haven't avoided confrontation. We've had tough conversations, and we've had to figure things out,
Which is hard.
It sucks. We've had many times where we're like, definitely don't want to have this conversation, but glad we're having it. And so I would like to brag about that. And my complaint right now would just be that I'm just tired. My complaint is just that, like, we were talking about earlier. It's like when you have,
I have a complaint. I would like to complain that I cannot drink alcohol in the same way that I did when I was young because I wake up in the morning and want to die.
Yeah. Speaking of the dirty martini, that'll kill you.
It's a complaint, and it's never going to get better, unfortunately.
Yeah, that
There's
only gets
anything I can
harder,
do.
doesn't it?
do you have a brag or complaint?
Well, I guess my brag would be sitting here with you all today. This is pretty great, and I'm really happy that I get to do what I do. I have I love food, and I love that I've been able to make a career out of it, and I love that now I'm able to have a podcast and talk to people like you all who also share the same passion, and I get to call that work.
Love that.
That's so cool.
I think it's pretty cool. And my complaint would be that my neck really hurts.
Oh,
I don't know what I did yesterday. I was putting makeup on, and suddenly it was like a neck spasm. And that's what happens when you're
Sorry to laugh,
44
but,
years old.
That's I was like, that sounds like as we're growing up. Like
Yes.
that
I was
is
like, what
really
the fuck?
it. Isn't
Like,
it?
why is my neck hurt all of a sudden? And I thought maybe I'll go to bed tonight and then I'll wake up in the morning and feel better. And no, but luckily we're here in Chinatown, so maybe after this I'm just gonna
Yes.
walk out and get a massage.
Oh, that's a
Do
great
it.
idea.
Yeah, get a little 30-minute touch up. All right,
go
I'm
for a
into
massage.
the brag and complain.
I
This is
highly
fun.
recommend.
We had our first brag and complain.
Yeah, congratulations.
All right.
And we did it sober, which is hard.
I know.
I imagine that the complaints get even better as you continue
Oh,
drinking
yeah.
throughout the
They
evening.
get more honest.
Yeah. They
It's
probably
good.
Get real good. Okay, so I want to know, what are some great party themes? It's holiday season coming up. We got Halloween. Is Halloween next week? That's next week, right?
Yeah, or a week, 2 weeks from now. I have no
Yeah.
concept of what day
Yeah,
it might
I
I
know.
think
possibly
that
be.
it's not
A week or 10
this Friday. I
days.
think it's next Friday is Halloween. I still have to get costumes. So wondering if you have any good ideas for holidays coming up with Halloween, Thanksgiving.
We do
I
have a bunch.
mean-
How many are we going to give up? You're asking for details from our next book. But happy to
Oh,
give
you
some.
gonna do a holiday
I
party?
mean, if we get to do more books,
That'd
we
be
have
great.
lots of ideas in
Yeah.
this category.
Yeah.
Because I
There's
mean,
some-
those are like
it's
the
like
parties. Those are
prime
like
party
parties. You know,
time.
yeah.
Prime party time.
My worst party ever was a Halloween party, actually.
Really?
Yeah, because I live in the West Village, and I was living in a different place in the village at that time. And the village has the big Halloween parade. So I thought, how fun. Everybody can come to my house and we can hang out. We'll have good trick-or-treaters. And only like 5 people came because they couldn't make it across 6th Avenue
Oh,
because it
it's
was
the
all
parade.
barricaded off.
Oh,
so
my
the
gosh.
5 of us sat around in our costumes and stared at each other, basically.
That's fun too, though.
Could be okay.
It was a very subdued
that's one of-
Halloween party.
That's one of my biggest fears, actually, and I think it's not something that we talked about in the book, but maybe next one. But like throwing a party and nobody coming.
It's everybody's biggest fear when they're
Yeah,
having a party.
right? And I
Yes.
think because we talk about like, okay, not having time, not having money, maybe not knowing that, like how, like know how. But I think another huge barrier is the fear of nobody coming.
Yes, that is the biggest fear. Like, any tips for combating that?
I'd say start small. Like, don't. If you're somebody, there's so many reasons why if you have not been a host before or you haven't hosted very many times, do not then throw a 50-person party. That's just so much stress. You're not gonna have fun. Like, build it up like you would with anything else. I'd be like, first start with like even having like a reoccurring. I used to do a reoccurring dinner series like when I first moved out. And my table had 6 chairs, and it was like, if all 6 are filled, great. If less are filled, awesome. And you would it was once a month. I'd have people come over, and if you have the reoccurring thing, to me that feels like less of a thing. It's different than, you know, what hurts is if no one shows up to your birthday party. Like that's I think
yeah,
the deep
that's
fear.
really bad.
So don't start there. Start with something that's just like, I'm having a casual, people are coming over for dinner, I'm going to make like a risotto or whatever, and test it out and see. And honestly, once you become the person that has the place that people want to go to for parties, you'll never worry about that. Like
Yeah.
we don't worry about that.
Yeah.
That's
True.
probably why we didn't think about it in the book, is because we
Yeah.
kind of forgot that because we've been throwing parties since we were allowed to.
What would be your tip for then making people, like making your house the one that people want to go to? Like you have that party and it's memorable and people say, oh my gosh, she had the best party. I can't wait to go to the next one.
I think it's just like really, I mean, it can still be fancy, but I think keeping it casual, like the recurring party, like not putting pressure on people to come or to not come, and just having like an open house mentality and be like, hey, yeah, come over, and like being hospitable in general, and like not turning into a monster when people at your house. You know, sometimes like some hosts like get so nervous and
Yes.
like, don't touch that. Oh, those are the nice, you know, like that's not the vibe. Like be open and hospitable and relaxed and calm. And I think just letting people know that they're in a safe place, a safe space. And they like, don't be like, oh, you're here, now you have to stay the whole time or I'll be mad at you, you know? Like, that's okay. Like, do whatever you need to do. Like, if you can't come, like, come to the next one. If you can come, great. Stay for as long as you want. That type of stuff, you know?
And make it easy when people first enter.
Yeah.
Like, I love to clarify for people, like, this is where the water is, and you can help yourself. These are where the glasses are. This is the type of house where, like, you can open the cabinet and grab a cup if that's what you need. You don't have to ask for permission for everything. This is where the ice is. This is where the bathroom is. The thing we talk about in the book is, like, having it easy for people to know where they can set their stuff down, get a drink in their hand as soon as possible. It doesn't have to mean that that's an alcoholic drink, but just, like, people want to feel like they're welcomed in and they're comfortable. Like,
Taken care of.
Yeah.
And also, if you have friends that have been at your house a bunch and they are there at the house too, it's like they can also be part of the welcoming committee. You don't have to put it all on you. It's like you create the environment with everybody. I also really believe in, like, a jigsaw puzzle or something on, like, a communal coffee table or something. So if someone's feeling a little awkward or is maybe not the most social, there's, like, a thing to do that doesn't just require being like, so how have you been?
Yeah, how was your summer? Did you have a
I
good
did
weekend?
if it was not Party People, a cookbook for creative celebrations, it would be Party People, how to avoid small talk.
Yeah.
It's like, here's 101 ways to not small, because we both are not into that.
I'm
And so
allergic to it.
I don't like it.
It's awful. Like, when you go to a
Not for
seated
me.
dinner and you're next to somebody and it's just like pulling teeth.
I don't like it. And so to answer your question from earlier too about, like, Halloween, for example, like, Halloween party is an ideal party, I think, because I'm very into a gimmick of some kind for a party that an entire group can rally behind. So whether that's an activity, like, hey, you're coming over, we're going to do this escape room in a box together, or murder mystery party, you're going to come in a costume. One party that we've been dying to throw is the come wearing something that you always want to wear but you never have the chance to party.
Which is so easy. Like,
And just imagine, like, okay, you're waiting for people to show up, doorbell rings, whatever, you open the door and it's like, oh my God, Glenn's here. And you're like, they're in, like, a crazy bedazzled suit or something.
So
or someone's
fun.
in a bathing suit, or
I
it
taught
could
that.
be anything. And it's just like the thing in your closet that you never have the right opportunity to wear, but you love it. And what does that do? Is it's like, it's fun, it's funny, people get to, like, show off something, and you have an instant conversation starter. So again, with Halloween, it's the perfect party to if you're thinking of, oh, I haven't thrown a party ever, what should I do? Halloween is great because
so right.
everybody has something to talk about. What's your costume? Who is that? Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's so obscure. Oh my God, I remember that movie. Like, it's and
Totally.
you don't have to, like, you put some picky foods out, chips and dip. A big punch bowl. We love a punch bowl.
Love a punch bowl.
Yeah, do a big spooky punch, and you're good to go.
spooky punch.
I think a theme in general breaks the ice. Like,
Same.
I am such a fan of a theme party.
Same.
I was the social chair of my sorority in college.
Yes, you were.
What sorority were you in?
I was a Theta.
I was a Theta.
Oh, you're kidding.
Kappa Alpha Theta, University of
Oh.
Texas.
I went to Miami University in Ohio.
so
yeah.
funny.
And I think back to the one thing I did in college that prepared me for my life, and it was the social chair.
Yeah.
Because I love having parties and entertaining. But yeah, the theme, it's like that my love of it started then. And now it's like, even if you give yourself your menu theme, like you say, like, I'm gonna cook Jamaican food tonight, it's like it gives you
Yeah.
a plan and makes it easier for you, but also makes it easier for your guests.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Like, yeah, cooking Jamaican food and then have, like, a really great, like, reggae playlist going, you know?
Yes,
and, like,
get some Red Stripe beer. Like, it
Yeah.
kind of then makes the party plan for yourself.
Yep.
So, do you have a party checklist of things that you go through every time you're going to entertain?
Well, we create a checklist together.
yeah.
Because we're usually throwing it together, and so we create, or I should say, Courtney.
I'm the spreadsheet.
Because she is, as
I'm,
I
like, very type A.
cannot say enough that she is the spreadsheet girly, and I'm the one that's like, I don't even know where it goes in the Google Drive. Like, where does it, after you send me the
we need
link
to
and I
do-
open it and then I close it, where is it
We
now?
need to do
It's
it.
gone.
I know. We
It's
need to do
gone.
a
I never see
tutorial.
it again.
Google Drive is my best, most wonderful friend.
See, I just want it printed out. Like, see, I write
I
everything.
do that
down.
too. I
No,
do
it gets
yeah.
printed out. She has a clipboard. It's a whole thing. But
Perfect.
usually it's like we meet up ideally, it's much more helpful to talk in person. But if not, we'll get on the phone, send each other voice notes, whatever, have our shared note, and we start talking about, okay, this is what the party's going to be. This is what the menu is. These are the decorations that we're going to get. This is the time that we're telling people. And
This
then
is the guest list.
This is the guest list. And then we
Divide and
divide it up.
conquer.
Courtney has far more experience with food prep than I do, so she generally is the one that takes, not always true, but I'd say 80% of the time, she's the one that's like, this is the grocery list. It's a shared one, though, so it's like, if I'm hosting, then it's like, oh, I have eggs, you don't have to buy those. These are the things that I have, you pick up the rest. I will hand draw. I love being crafty, so like I'll hand draw the menu or hand draw whatever. Like we did a spelling bee, and I was like, I'll handle getting the word list for the spelling bee. I'll handle making sure we have the microphone and the PA system and all of that. I'll paint the sign, all of that.
Yeah.
And then we like create our run of show.
Yeah, I'll start a prep list, and I like to start like as far in advance as possible, and just kind of like back into it. So like, what can I make what can I make that'll be good for 3 days? Like I'll make like the cocktail base. I'll make do any mise en place I can. So like, and I prefer, and I think this is smart, and most hosts, most hosts should do this, is just do a little bit of work every day instead of trying to do the whole dinner the same day. It's almost impossible.
Right. Then you're all stressed out.
Yeah.
Too.
And it's easy and it's fun. It's like, oh, I'm going to chop onions for a couple hours. Now all the onions are chopped. I don't have to do that later, or whatever it is. And we included in the book for all the recipes that can be made in advance and frozen or refrigerated. Like, hey, make this in advance, keep it in the fridge, keep it in the freezer, so that you can think like that and not be so stressed out on the day.
That's so great to have it mapped out, because then it's like, everything's done. You don't have to be as stressed. Do you have any party no-nos?
Not really. I mean, I think the main thing for me is like, if you're coming to my house to a party, like, don't be mean. Just don't be a jerk.
That's the simplest one.
That's a really good one.
No jerks allowed.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm also like, let me know if you're bringing somebody that I don't know.
Yes, that's a good one.
That's a big one.
That's a
for me,
really
which
good one.
It kind of depends on, some friends, are the ones that do that. A lot of our friends don't do that, but there's so many reasons why that's like a no-no. Some of it's just like, oh, now if everybody does that, suddenly this party is costing $200 more because I'm paying for all of these people.
Now, how do you handle when somebody asks to bring a guest and you don't want them to? What do you say?
I think it's as
That's
simple as
hard.
being like, no. I think like we have to be okay with telling people no. And the same thing, like a lot of questions we get asked is like, how do you tell people, like, if you're tired and you're ready for the party, and how do you tell people to leave? You just tell them to leave.
I say, I'm tired now. I love you all, but all good things come to an end, and thanks for the good times. Like, you don't have to.
You want people to leave sometimes.
Yeah,
it's like, hey,
course.
get out of my house.
I have a big day tomorrow. I got to go to bed, but it's been real, That I just feel like you can say what it actually is, and it doesn't have to be in a way that's mean. You can say the truth, and it can be like, with all the love of my heart, I have to go to bed now.
I like that.
The end. And similarly, like, with all the love of my heart,
Your friend can't
I
come.
don't have room for another person. I'm so sorry. I've already prepped this, and I don't have the space for it. So no. And they go, oh, but it's you love. No, it's still a no though. But thank you for letting me know about that. You have a great friend, and
Next time.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Or maybe
I can
you're-
consider
yeah.
that.
Yeah. My mom always says, even like with other things aside from entertaining, if someone has the nerve to ask you, you have to have the nerve to respond the
Yeah.
way that you want. And so I if somebody asks me to bring someone, usually, like, if I can't make room, I just say it. I say, I'm so
exactly.
sorry, I'll see you next time if you can't come, but it's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard. And I get it. Like, people want to bring their +1 or whatever. Okay, I want to ask you guys a little speed round of party and food questions. First up, what was your earliest party memory?
Well, my mom threw crazy parties growing up, the most elaborate birthday parties. So I had, like, my 7th birthday party was a lucky number 7 casino, and she turned my parents' chiropractic office into a casino, and all the parents were like the waiters, and we like wore like fancy gowns and like ate cheese bread and like had Martinelli sparkling champagne and like played craps. Like, it's bizarre. But that, I mean, it's like, if I really want to go back to like earliest party memory, it's like, gosh, I'd have to ask my mom. I was probably like 3 or 4, and there was a park across the street from our house. And my mom did some sort of like, I remember there was like a puppet show, petting zoo kind of situation, but I just remember my mom kind of walking across the street and was bringing all this stuff over there. And I kept wanting to see, and she was like, the thing about surprises, Brienne, is you don't want to ruin them. You think you do, but you don't actually. And I just remember feeling that of like wanting to know what was happening, and oh, it was so great.
Oh, I love that. That makes me hope that like my daughter remembers her parties, because she just turned 5. For her 5th birthday, we had a Jimmy Buffett themed party.
Love that.
That was her request. Yeah, she wanted a
she's
Jimmy.
She's a parrot head?
Yes, she's a parrot head. Isn't that adorable?
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you serve cheeseburgers in paradise?
We did, and margaritas for the grown-ups, and the kids made
good.
parrot head hats.
That's so
It
darling.
was very cute. I really hope she remembers that, because I
bet
worked
she
real hard on it.
I bet she will too.
All right, so what was your early party memory?
My mom was not as much of a party person as yours, but she did love to take me to Showbiz Pizza.
Oh,
on my
love
birthday. Showbiz. One of the best. We get in the ball pit, you eat some pizza, you watch the show.
Ooh.
I love a Showbiz. Are Showbiz,
No.
is Showbiz still
No,
around?
I don't think
It's
so.
all Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E.
Yeah.
Cheese,
Charles E. Cheese took over.
Charles E. Cheese.
Showbiz was, you get your tickets and then you go
Get a
turn
vinyl
them in. Yeah, I loved Showbiz.
The cheerleader mouse.
Yeah.
I loved
Yeah.
her. I wanted to be her.
Of course.
Okay, what's your go-to favorite party hors d'oeuvre?
Ooh.
Well, I, in the last like 2 years, have become really passionate about bar snacks. And so I like researched and found one of those. They're not easy to find. You know, the kinds that are like at like a nice hotel that are like tiered.
Yes, with the 3. Yeah, I love those.
I love them. My friend was like, you know what? That's what I want. And so I got one, and I just go. I always have chips, nuts, olives on hand, and like just fill that up and like put them out.
It's all you need.
The simplest thing, and people love them, and you feel fancy.
It's good.
Yeah.
You feel
Yes.
fancy, and it's like these are just Trader Joe's nuts, but like I feel fancy.
I like minimal effort for fancy.
This is
What's yours?
This is way more work, and it's not something that I would necessarily recommend for people to do all the time, but I love it, and could never turn one down. Just like a tiny little crunchy taco.
Oh, I like that.
Just like the tiniest taco.
Yeah, a little
But
tiny
crunchy.
taco.
It gotta be
Do you
crunchy.
It has to be
remember when
crunchy.
there was the Fiesta menu at Taco Bell? Did you ever know that?
No.
It was only in test markets. When I was a kid, we had it in West Virginia, and they were Fiesta size. They were miniature and 29 cents.
Oh, yeah. I do
Wow.
remember that. Yeah, that's what I want.
Fiesta size taco. I like it. Okay. Well, I already asked you the best way to end a party, so I won't repeat that one. What's your favorite party music?
We do a lot of Italo disco.
Yeah.
I'd say that's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
If, like we don't know what to put on Italo disco.
Yeah. But also I think any time like there's any way to incorporate a theme, we like to do that. So it just depends on the party.
Courtney's really the playlist maker.
Yeah,
She
I like to
will
make 'em.
really lean in heavy to
Like
whatever
too
the
much, no, in a weird, unhealthy way.
thing- Yeah, very literal way.
I'm like, stop talking to me. I'm trying to think about the playlist.
Yeah.
Best party cocktail.
Party people punch.
Party people
Ooh,
punch.
what's in the party people punch?
So when we first started doing the book, Brie loves
I was
Minute Maid.
adamant. I was like, we need Minute Maid fruit punch. Recreation punch bowl.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, let's go. And then it was like, okay, well, I guess really, we did so many different versions, and it's like you kind of have to have Minute Maid fruit punch in it at least a little bit. for
Turns
it to
out
taste.
there's no real fruit juice equivalent to Minute Maid fruit punch. Yeah.
So like our version has freshly squeezed juices, of course, and a little bit of Minute Maid fruit punch, and then from there you can add Like, it's great because it's like a base that's non-alcoholic. You can add club soda for like a fizziness, or you can add Prosecco, or you can add like whiskey, vodka.
Rum.
Like, it goes great with everything. And we like to do
Sounds
a
great.
chili salt rim.
Oh, perfect. So good. All right, you're doing a last minute party. What are you serving?
Pizza. I'm ordering pizza, and I'm making like a really delicious salad and some garlic bread.
I might say we're making the pizza just because I got gifted this gorgeous like countertop pizza oven from Breville that works so incredibly well. And you just if it's truly like a last minute thing, I'm not making the dough. The grocery store right by my house has great pizza dough, but I'm just buying the ingredients, and it's like the pizzas only take 3 minutes to cook, and it's like come over, make a pizza.
So fun.
Just do a big tossed salad, and maybe just buy a couple bottles of wine.
That's
Yeah.
perfect. Perfect. All right, and what is your best hostess gift
Like, to receive or to give?
to give? Or to receive, if one that you've gotten that you've loved.
Honestly,
Because
like,
it's like, you know, you get a candle and it's like it goes into the candle closet. So that then you take and
I mean,
give
I
to someone
think,
else.
honestly, for me, to receive, we have one friend, her name's Erin, and she loves to clean. Like, she loves it, and she always, I know if she's coming over, she's gonna stay and she's gonna do the dishes.
Oh, I would invite her to
And
every
that
party.
is-
That's
That
the
is
thing.
the
That's
best
the biggest gift. The biggest
Yeah,
gift.
I don't need another. I don't need more flowers. I don't need another candle. I don't need a thing that you think I might like. You know, like, don't. I actually am not huge on hostess gifts in general because I feel like that adds a lot of pressure, and I also just like capitalism. Like, we don't need to be spending money. Like, we can save our money and
Well,
just
do
come
it
over.
practical. We talk
Yeah,
about this in
but
the
so
book,
it's
too.
like,
do it practical gift. Bring a bag of ice.
yeah, help
Great one.
clean. Like, you know what I mean? Those are my best ones. Or as a playlist person, like, hey, can I make you a playlist for your party?
That's
like
so
that type
nice.
of stuff.
Yeah. I love the bag of ice too because you never
You
can have
always.
too much ice.
I stand by that. Like, there has never been a party we've thrown that if someone showed up with a bag of ice, we'd be like, oh no, why'd you do that? Like, always yes.
Always
Actually,
say
I can
nice.
name a party. So my boyfriend Ben, he has a party every summer called Tiny Sandwich Summer. It's so cool, and it's like you don't make small sandwiches, you make big sandwiches, and then make them exactly small. Like, you debigulate them. And then, but everyone brought ice. And there was nowhere to put the ice. And that was one time the freezer, he was like taping the freezer shut. All the
Wow.
coolers were overflowing.
Okay, so I stand corrected. It has happened, but I
It
would
has
say
happened once.
You put it in
One
the
time
bathtub.
that I know.
Just throw the ice in
Yeah.
the bathtub.
Yeah, that's what ended up happening.
Okay, my last question for you all is what's your next party?
Well, we're about to have a lot of parties for this press tour.
We are doing a tiny party tomorrow to celebrate the book coming out because we realized that we're throwing all these parties for like the book and to get the word of the book out, but we hadn't set up anything for ourselves, so we are going to our favorite restaurant.
Oh, nice.
And
Which is?
going to Thai Diner, our favorite restaurant.
It's so
Good
good.
one.
It's so good and celebratory, so we'll do that. That feels like
Yeah.
that's the true
Yeah.
next party.
But there's a party I want to throw.
What's
so
that?
bad. I want to do, I want to do a Double Dare party. Remember Double Dare?
Yes.
Nickelodeon. I want to do one of those and have like all of the things where like people can like put their hands up a giant nose and like jump in a thing of whipped cream, and it would be so fun. Like, have the cups on your head and you're like walking around.
Was that the one where people got slimed?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like kind of foam
Yeah.
slime.
I love it. That's so fun. Well, I hope I get to come to your hot dog party because it
course
sounds
you
so
can.
fun.
Have to.
And maybe someday we'll get some Taco Bell together.
Anytime.
We
have
could right now.
loved
We could
it.
order some.
All
I
right,
would eat
let's go.
some right now.
I think I would tear it up.
Honestly could.
Honestly,
What time is
hungry.
It's Taco Bell o'clock somewhere.
It's always time for Taco Bell. This was so much fun. Thank you, and congratulations
for
on
having
your
us.
book. Everybody, you all get it. It's Party People, a cookbook for creative celebrations. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
having us.